All right, shalom everyone. I hope my voice is coming clear from your side. Am I heard? All right. Well, good morning, and feel free to join me in my coffee. We would do just little update on the war, uh, or what it's called negotiation. Uh, can you speak about what Netanyahu meant by what he said about Jesus? I think what he meant is very clear that in the time of war, for those who depend on Jesus, well, Jesus is not going to be helping you. For sure, we don't agree. It's just a stupid statement. But I don't think he meant to insult Jesus, even though it's insulting. He was quoting an author, as I understand, where he said that evil, you cannot depend on God to protect you if Genghis Khan is coming to town. That's the whole idea. Now, everybody can take it in his way, like he's insulting Jesus, but I think the purpose was that we have to build an army and we have to depend on ourselves. It's not time to say God will protect us, which is against his, biblical teaching as a Jew, because the Bible says, if God is with me, who could be against me? At the same time, when you go to war, God says you go to war and I will be with you. So the analogy is wrong, but he's a politician and politicians make poo-poo, all right? And he is a Jew anyway, he's not a Christian. So it's not strange for him to say so. But the way I see it, he did not is not using it in the purpose to insult Christians. He is using it in the purpose of saying we need army, not Jesus. All right. But those who hate Israel, they will try to make a news of it and to use it for their propaganda. It's just a stupid mistake of him because he knew that many like Sakar Carlson and Cow Dance, they will use this statement of him if he said it really, because I'm not sure if it was really him or an AI. There's no confirmation. But if he said it, it is, uh, you know, it is for the purpose of explaining defense. Anyway, I mean, people are hypocrite. People they insult Jesus every day in your TV. How many people you watch them every day in the movie? They say the F word to Jesus and nobody upset, and you keep watching the movie. How many people they curse Jesus for no reason? Somebody talking to somebody. A video you watch, a movie, YouTube, nobody get upset. Anyway, for political agenda, everybody will use whatever tools he have in order to reach the point where he seek. Same time, we support Israel not because of Netanyahu. We support Israel because it is Israel. Otherwise, in Israel, there's people who curse Jesus every day. They have a festival for homosexuality. So when we support Israel, we don't support everything in Israel. We support what the Bible says about Israel. Anything else is none of my business. Uh, no, it's not strange if they say that it's open for India and China because those are their friends. Same time, the Iranian, when they open the oil for China and India, they are opening oil, their oil. All right, they need money. Uh, as I said before, the Hormuz never been closed, and it's not closed because simply all what they need to do, the Russian, the Indian, the Chinese can go, and they can, take oil. The Iranian will not hit them. Nothing new. All right, those are their best friends. So nothing new. Why you would be surprised? All right. Anyway, we go back to the topic, the negotiation. For me, if you heard me yesterday, I said this negotiation is not exist. It's not true. Uh, and even if it's true, I think, you see, Iranian regime, the Shia, they use taqiyya. Taqiyya is a practice where you, in the case of war, actually the Shia, they use taqiyya in the case of peace. Shia, they use taqiyya even with their wives, you know. Thank you, Jagadishim. My friend, I don't know how to use your name. Maybe you can make it shorter. Thank you for the donation. Uh, so the Shia, like if you watch my video just yesterday, or the day before, how a Shia keep lying to me about what they believe. So not a single word he said about his religion is true. And each time he says something, I have to get him busted. You remember? Just 2 days ago. This is exactly what the Shia are. Shia are sneaky liars. It's part of their religion. So if Iran agree to go for negotiation, that is just to stop the disaster, not to negotiate. So they can say to Trump, yes, we will do. Uh-huh, agree, no problem. And then Trump, he says, a victory. Second day, Iran start doing nuclear, and the same as yesterday. So Trump now is going to go for war. So, so what the Iranian, I think they are hoping, uh, the smart one of them, because some they don't agree. You see, this is the other issue too. Iranian, there's no leadership right now. The country is in chaos, and nobody knows who is leading. And if somebody agree for negotiation, the other one will not. So maybe the only good thing about this that it might cause a war between the Revolutionary Guard themselves about what we should do, what we should not do. Why negotiate? Well, this is in paper. You are right. Why we negotiate? In reality, there is reason. You see, Trump is not a king who can go forever as he wish. He have 90 days to finish. After that, he have to go back to the Congress. Same time, Trump, he calculate as a politician the election. The price of gas is going up. And obviously, they failed to stop it from going up. It's still up. Uh, he have problems inside the country. The TSA, they are not even functioning. They did not approve the budget. He could not control his party to vote all of them with him. So there's many issues inside the country all together. And the Iranian, they can go on for war for the coming year. They can. You can hit them as much you want. You can kill tens of thousands of them. You can destroy everything. As long they are in the ground and you are not, they are the one controlling the country. So they knew that their fate is about who can have more patience. And we know who is the winner here in this case. The one who have patience is going to be the Iranian. The regime, they are, all what they need to do is just wait. If you say, I'm going to destroy everything you have, destroy it. The regime don't care about what you destroy, care about staying. All right? Their victory is not to be replaced. They knew that they are no match to America and no match to the war, but their victory is to stay in position. So if Trump he could not replace them, that means for them, they are victorious. If they agree to negotiate and agree with the Trump, that means they surrender. This is a total surrender, actually. If you know, uh, if you agree to give your nuclear facility, and if you agree to stop supporting Hezbollah and Houthi, and if you agree to stop making long-range missiles, that is a surrender, you know. And this is why I don't believe in this negotiation. I think either Trump is killing time because he made a promise he could not accomplish, and I will tell you why he could not accomplish. For sure, he can destroy their power plants in a few minutes. That's not the accomplishment. But Iran, they threaten to hit all the water supply for Emirat, Bahrain. Kuwait, Saudi Arabia. Not the oil necessarily. They will hit the oil for sure. They are trying to hit the oil actually already. But the water supply is the most important thing for those countries because those countries don't have water supply. They have sea supply. So they build big manufacturers to transform the salty water into sweet water so they can use it for drinking, for everything. So if Iran destroy all of those facilities, those countries are screwed up. That will make a disaster for them. All right. So they threaten if you destroy our power plant, the first thing we will hit is going to be the water supply of Emirat, Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait, etc. And then those countries will be out of water. And then the only way to drink water or to have water is to import water. And that is a process will take a lot of time. It's a disaster, you know. If Iran hit really the water, it's really a disaster. And it's very easy to hit it because those manufacturers are right away in the shore. They are not deep in the land. Why? Because simply they are taking salty water to make it fresh water. So all those manufacturers are built in the shore side. Thank you, buddy. Good day for you. Uh, so Iran made a threat clear that the second you hit those things, we will hit those things. So the one who made the pressure on Trump, I believe, is the countries in the Gulf because they will go out of water. And you know, in those countries, there's millions of people live, and not necessarily the citizen. Most of them, they are even foreigners, you know, like Indian, Indonesian, Filipinos, from everywhere, you know. You know how the Middle East, those countries run. So because we care about Sunni, this is not about you caring for Sunni. You need to remember that USA have base in every one of those countries. So if you throw them under the bus, that is not what the leadership will do. All right. This is not about Sunni. For Trump, he don't see it as a Sunni. He see it as we have big bases in all those countries, and if there's no water, we have no water for our army there too. So Trump, he gave himself 5 days vacation, let us say, to see what he can do. You know, maybe they will implement. They will bring more like defense system. Something have to be done because there is no reason for him to make it 5 days. And I don't believe really there's negotiation. You know, I don't think the Iranian will accept any of the conditions of USA, because if they accept, that is surrender. You know, if they accept, this is surrender. That means not only they lost the war, that means it's a total surrender. You give your weapon, you give your uranium, you stop supporting Hezbollah, and you don't make any more long range missiles. But this is all mean you strip Iran from their power. This is their power. You will not allow them to make long range drones, missiles, ballistic missiles, cluster missiles. Simply though he will dismantle them, you know. So how in the world they will negotiate about something like this? They will not. This is why I'm saying this negotiation doesn't make sense for me. I might be wrong. We will find out. Uh, 5 days no attack? No, the attack is running. Actually, the attack is increasing. The attack is increasing. I think Israel just hit like a gas refinery. All right. Uh, yeah, the attack never stopped for a second. In fact, it's increasing. And I think Israel will increase the attack in case Trump is serious about doing something about negotiation, because negotiation is not for the benefit of Netanyahu or Israel. So they have to hit as much as they can before Trump he say, "Hey, we stopped." You never know. This is Trump; he can make it. Uh, But the important is that Iran, even now, if they stop the war, Iran is not, before the war, is not Iran after the war. Iran now, they drag it to the mud, literally. I mean, the whole country, the whole facility is destroyed. What they built in 50 years, they need to rebuild it again in 50 years. And not only that, if they don't agree to negotiate, they have no money. No money because there's no oil. Trump will not allow them to sell oil. You know, you cannot sell oil unless we lift sanctions, unless you open Hormuz. So Trump is still holding them, even if you stop attacking. You know, he can stop attacking right now. Say we are done, but you cannot sell oil. All right. He can just hit the refineries as a last bullet. The Israeli, they can hit the refinery against the will of Trump. What he will do about it? He will be upset for 5 minutes, no problem. Then to build it again is going to take them, long time, and a lot of money too. So Iran will be in debt, for a long time. Yeah, but Professor Netanyahu, he should not mention this, even though we understand what he's trying to say. But he should know better that many ones who they are enemy to Israel, they will use it as hateful, disrespectful statement against Jesus. Same time, it's wrong publicly. What happened to us in those countries is not because Jesus is not with us, but because we are not with Jesus. As simple as that. You will notice that those countries, they went through a lot of division. Like as an example, you mentioned what happened to us. Armenia, in the last war, they were supporting Iran. In return, and then now, by the way, Armenians, sadly, they are supporting Hezbollah in Lebanon. In return, Israel support their enemy. So in order for God to be with you, how in the world you support the enemy of God? What about shut up and don't take a side? Not either this one or that one. The result of the stupidity is a disaster. So Israel supported Azerbaijan, and we know what happened. You go against Israel, you will be doomed. All right. And in the top of that, until now, those Armenians did not learn their lesson. Especially the ones who they are in Lebanon. Until now, they defend Hezbollah. Middle Eastern Christians are the most stupid, the most dummy. First, they have an infection. It's called cowardness. You will notice in any negotiation, everybody have a voice except the Christians there. Kurdish have voice. The Druze have voice. Why the Druze have voice? The Christian in the Middle East is way more than the Druze. But the Druze are smart. The Arab Christians are a bunch of dummies. Whoever walk by, they call him yes, sir. Hezbollah became strong, yes, sir. Sunni became strong, yes, sir. Alawi, no, they have no voice. All right? But the Druze, they are smart. They side with Israel. And now the Druze, who they are in Israel, they are protecting the Druze in Syria. There's Armenian inside Israel. If the Armenian join the IDF, the Armenian in the IDF will protect Armenia. But low IQ, they don't see the long vision that this is a country, have a very massive, powerful army, not by size, but by power, and being part of it will protect my people. But they are dummy. So now when the Muslims attack the Druze in Syria, the Druze in Israel, they forced Netanyahu to be involved. They are part of the army. They have to take care of them. All right. If the Christians in Israel they joined the IDF and they became big in number, then Israel will take care. They will say, "Oh, okay, this is your people. We'll protect them." All right. Yeah, CP is a Mossad. No problem. Give me. You want me to send you a pager? If you want me to send you a pager, it's for free. Just let me know. Hmm? You better be careful. So anyway, we don't want to keep you long. Yeah, just leave your address. I will send you a pager. Okay, it's for free. No subscription needed. So it's, totally free. You will not use it too many time anyway. Uh, what your opinion? Should the Christian be natural? I'm not saying that. I'm saying depend in your situation. If like I was talking about the Armenian. So they side with Iran, and what they got from Iran? Nothing. They side with Russia. What they got from Russia? Nothing. Iran was the first one to say that Karabakh, the land of Armenia, belonged to Azerbaijan. They did not learn their lesson. They are stupid. They depend on Russia to protect them. When the war happened, Putin did not allow them to use the S-300. So why we have it? You cannot use it. So why we bought it? Why you made us pay for it? So the Armenian, they have a very lack of leadership in Armenia. Lately, they start understanding that we are in the wrong side in Armenia. So now they are getting closer to USA, which is very good, because it's obvious that Putin, he don't give a shit about them. Excuse my language. Putin, he support Hamas, he support Hezbollah, he support Iran because he's evil. As simple as that. Otherwise, there is no reason for him. There's what the Russian, as an Orthodox people, Christians, they share together with Hezbollah. Nothing. What they share together with Hamas? Nothing. So what is exactly the point? What he's trying to do? The result of this, that we as a Christians, all of us, we lose. Because if Putin is not supporting Iran, we will not have this garbage with Iran now. You see, everything you see there is made by Russia. The nuclear facility, the long-range missiles, this is Russian. Those Iranian cannot make it. The engines, the technology, the manufacture, the machines, all is coming from Russia. There's at least between 120 to 200,000 Russian live in Iran, and they are expert in weapon. There is some of them, they are working in the oil field. Thank you, Nita. God bless you. Uh, but anyway, uh, in return, Iran support Putin in his war against Ukraine. So like they gang together, they are evil. They have the same dream. Putin, he wanna be a Caesar, he wanna be an empire. Iranian, they wanna have a caliphate, the Shia caliphate. But if you think about it, if the Shia caliphate expand, then they will have war with Russia itself. Because in Russia there is Shia. In the border of Russia, there's a lot of Shia. So Putin he's being stupid. He's supporting somebody just like a bug, uh, to resist the influence of USA. No, Russia historically is not evil. This is not true. That's not true. During the time when the Turkish, they attacked the Christians in the Middle East and they slaughtered tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, the only country in the world who sent support, it was Russia. One country. All of Europe were watching. All of Europe, France, England, all of them, they were watching. The only country, in fact, not only they send support as food and supply and etc., they attacked Chechnya. In fact, the war in Chechnya started at that time when the Turkish attacked us in the Middle East as a Christians. Russia attacked the Chechenian, but at that time it was not the communist; it was a Christian king of Russia. Since the communists came, then the Christian themselves in Russia they became a prisoners. Anyway, so the negotiation we are talking about, all right. Uh, you see, when I say I support Ukraine, doesn't mean I am against the Russian. I will never hate anybody. They are Christians. They are my brother. You know, I feel sad when I see lost from both sides. I'm against this war, and we know who is the one who attacked who. Russia is the biggest country in the world. I mean, why he even care? Let us say, for the sake of argument, that this territory used to be part of Russia. Is it worth it? Russia is the biggest country in the world. They have borders with China, border with USA, border with Japan. I mean, they are a continent by itself. The land he is fighting for, supposedly, is not even a tip of a needle compared to the size of Russia. Is it worth it? It's a stupid decision. Is Russia short of minerals? You know. So when I say I support Ukraine, not because I hate the Russian, I hate Putin for his evil. I can guarantee you a lot of Russians they are against this war, and they are wishing to get rid of Putin. In fact, anyone who opposes him is dead, and most likely either he will be killed by poison or somebody from Chechnya, Muslim. All right. Anyway, so the Iranian ambassador in Lebanon just was kicked out, and the Israeli they are calling for 400,000 soldier just today. 400,000 soldier. Does it sound like they are going soon for peace? You know, when you call for 400,000, that is massive army. And that mean a lot of money to cost too. You will not call for them just to scare the enemy. You call for 100,000 to go for big war. 400,000 is not needed to fight Iran. 400,000 is needed to invade Lebanon. So they can clean Hezbollah from the ground. All right. And I hope they will do. Otherwise, I don't find a reason for any army to call. You know, the second you call a soldier, he will leave his job. You know, that means you will pay him his salary. And those are like what they call them in English. Uh, like when you call a soldier, he's not in his forced service. You have to give him full salary, equal to the salary he got when he's civilians. So this is a lot of money, a lot of cost. You have to feed them. You have etc. Uh, yeah, we have weird people here in the chat. Anyway, uh, the reservists, yeah, the reserve, they are called 400,000. So the Israeli, they are going to invade in a big invasion into Lebanon, and they will hold big chunk of it until they clean Hezbollah, which is very good. So in general, this war is a very good news for us because in the worst scenario, Iran have a flat tires for a long time. in the worst scenario. All right, they lost massively, and the damage from our side is almost zero. Like, what the damage really for USA? Nothing. How many soldiers get killed? Seven, eight. That is I mean, for sure, the life of every human being is priceless, right? But well, when we talk about war, I mean, we have people die in the highway every day, you know, 1,000 times more. Uh, why do countries care for civilians of enemy country? Well, you can care. Why not? I will tell you why. Like, because in Iran, the hope is that we know that a lot of Iranian, they are against this regime. They are not Islamists. They hate Islam. So if you treat them the same way you treat the enemy when they are not your enemy, then you are making a big mistake. So if you want those civilians to feel like I am in your side, not against you, and you want them to jump against the regime, like, because now there's another issue will happen after the war is over, especially, and I wish the USA will bomb their electric grid, then all the people will go against the regime. We need electricity, we need water, we need food. So I hope the American will do, even if it is the last thing to do in the war, because that will help to revolt the people of Iran against this regime, which is already weakened very massively, you know. So, you know, when you go for war, you think about every tool to use. It's not because about you care for them, you know, it's about you care for yourself. Which one better? Make them both my enemy united, or make them divided and fight each other, and then they get rid of the regime, right? Like now in Lebanon, which one is better? To attack the government of Lebanon, which is against Hezbollah now, or attack Hezbollah only? No, attack Hezbollah only. So the Lebanese government will take my side. So now both of us, we have the same target to get rid of Hezbollah. All right. Uh, so you have to have a like a long vision as a leader, not just you know, why I want to care for the citizen of this country. Why USA care for the citizen of Germany when Hitler was their enemy, right? Why they will care for Japan? Uh, by dealing with terrorists, you mean negotiating? You see, Trump is not him who negotiate. Trump, he is either he is forced to negotiate. You see, you have to understand that this he is a politician. He's not a king. He don't have absolute authority. He have 90 days for war. In 90 days, if he could not finish the war, then it's going to go to the Congress. This is the maximum he have as authority. After 90 days, they will strip him out from his authority. So you have limited time to finish. Secondly, the oil price is going crazy in USA. They have an election is going to be in November. So you cannot, you know, he have many calculation to do. And the Iranian, they understand that very well. However, the calculation for Israel is different from the calculation of USA. So if the Israeli continue the war, even if a Trump he stop, that's even good. Because, you know, remember, the last war, Israel was alone, the 12 days war. And now the war will be way easier because nothing, I mean, the missiles, the supply they have is, you know, massively destroyed. I'm sure they have still some places where they hide their weapon, and still they will have weapon to shoot, but the damage and the effect is going so weak. So Israel, they can continue the war. So let us say it's maybe that America and Israel will play bad cop, good cop game. So Trump, he will play the good cop, Israel will play the bad cop. Trump will say we want to do negotiate. Netanyahu, he will say not without the agreement of our conditions. All right. How the Lebanese government, well, if you understand Lebanon, then you know that there's no government anyway. It's a like it's an image in the world government. Otherwise Hezbollah was controlling the whole country. Remember, Iran is a massive country, it's a powerful country, a lot of money. So the Lebanese government, their budget is smaller than Hezbollah, way smaller. They don't even have a budget. Hezbollah, they have money, like especially in the last 20, 30 years. The salary of a soldier in Hezbollah is bigger than the salary than a doctor. They give them free food, free housing, a free mortgage, a free health insurance. It's a country by itself, Hezbollah in Lebanon. The Lebanese government cannot afford that. They don't even have electricity for the country. Yeah, the deadline, it can be just a game. It's just to test the enemy. You see, all of this is based on what Iran suffering from. Uh, but I think uh, if Iran agree to negotiate, is going to be just to cool down the fire, and they will rebuild again. And then we have to go to war again with Iran after maybe 10, 15 years, or maybe shorter, because it depends what will happen in this negotiation. Uh, but we know that Iranian regime, the Shia, are not, they are sneaky, and they will do everything they can to avoid the disaster which is happening right now. So I don't trust them, even if they agree, even if they sign, even if they say we will strip our weapon, we will give you whatever. Even if they do, Iran will build they will build their missiles and missiles again. But they have to pass Trump. They have to wait 2 more years until Trump is gone, and maybe Democrat will be a president, and then Democrat will do nothing to Iran. In fact, they will give them a hug. Let us say it was a bad day for Iran that Trump became a president. Otherwise, if Kamala Harris right now is a president, they will have their nuke, and they will be fine, and they will be strong. And then who dare to attack them? We have nukes. And trust me, they will use it. What's your problem, dude? CP is the one who should be supported. He give his time, his book is for free. I don't know, you're talking to who, my friend? Yeah, somebody have a problem with me? Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. It's internet, my friend. Here, there's people that take medication. There's people they hear voices when they are sleeping and when they are awake. There's people they go to the fridge to pee in there. They think this is the bathroom. It's internet, my friend. Take it easy. Don't be upset from people. Do you think Pahlavi will succeed in taking over? Well, how he can succeed if he don't have an armed force in the ground? You see, the one who have weapon is the one who will succeed. This guy have nobody. So if the people in the ground, they control the weapon, they control the government by attacking the Revolutionary Guard, and then they say we will make you a king, then that will happen. So the one who will be the king of Iran is the one who have the weapon, not the one who have a flag. All right. So for now, I don't see any hope for him to be that king, unless there is a revolutionary in the ground, not shouting. You see, as long there is a protesters, this will never change anything. The only one change is arms and weapon. So you defeat, because those are, the head of the passage says, we have one message to the protesters. If you protest now during the war, we will not consider you protester. We will shoot you as an enemy. So the message is so clear. There is no way to deal with you except by shooting you. So what the Iranians should do, they should deal with the one who want to shoot at them, defend themselves by shooting back. This is the only way for them to take over the government. Otherwise, protesting, like you see this guy from Tutsi TV, whatever they call it. According to this guy, Iran collapsed, the regime is gone, the mullahs are flying away. But all of this is a bullshit, because as long I have a gun and you are naked, I am there, you are not. Who care how many people shout in the street? They don't control the country, you know? Shout. Shout, they shoot at you, you die. You run home. You come back second day. They kill you more. So according to this guy, 2CTV, breaking news, breaking news. The mullah of Iran, he fly to Canada. Breaking news. The mullahs, in fact, in the beginning of the war, before the war actually, well, long before the war, he said that Khamenei, he ran to Russia long ago. Those are news for the fool, the fool believe everything. I suspect Balavi sponsored Tusi. No, my friend, who is Tusi? I mean, this guy is a YouTuber. Anyway, you are talking about him as if he's like a leader or something. Breaking news. Anyway, don't listen to those funny. It's just to clickbait, like beat. Just click in my video, watch it, and we get big number, and then I will give you breaking news every day. Right? Two women, they were coming from the airport of Moscow wearing hijab. According to him, those are the family of Khamenei. I mean, can you believe it? How stupid the audience is to believe in such a garbage. If those are the wives of Khamenei, the Russian police will be there. They will not be taking it. They were taking taxi. Imagine the wife of Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran, taking taxi. Like imagine you say, we saw the wife of Trump in Moscow running away from Trump. Or let us say Trump, he sent her there because he's running with his family. And then their family taking taxi. Taxi. Do you know what are you talking? I mean, this guy, if his wife is going there, the employee of the embassy, the Russian police will be there, Secret Service will be there. What's wrong with you? But he knew he have a bunch of dummy who they are listening and they will believe anything. Anything, just give them whatever, feed them. Feed them with hashish. Right? Yeah. The same as the naive, you say to them, Bibi, he died. They killed him. And then everybody come here. CP, do you think really Bibi, he died? What's wrong with you? Admin, block this guy. Shahrizal. Flooding the text with stupid comment. A lot of stupid people, Stupidity is amazing. Anyway, the Israeli army hit every gas station almost belonged to Hezbollah in Lebanon. The purpose of this is to cut the supply of money of Hezbollah, because Hezbollah during the time was selling a lot of drugs, was able to make a lot of money, and now they are supplying themselves not necessarily from Iran, supplying themselves locally by the money they made from drugs, selling drugs, cocaine, heroin, phenol, etc., whatever they call it. And I believe now that all the Gulf countries, they want Trump to continue the war. However, what they don't want, that Iranian attacking their water facilities, because that will be a disaster. So either Trump is buying time to move some, systems of defense, air defense, into those areas to give them extra protection before he launch a bigger attack, and it might be ground invasion to the islands in the Hormuz and Kharj, which is the biggest supplier or supply or a faucet for Iranian oil, to strip Iran from their most, let us say, important island. Because without this island, Iran, they cannot supply oil. The Iranian shore is very shallow, and no tanks can go there. All right. Would the Sunni fight Hezbollah if Lebanese army and everyone except the Shia attack Hezbollah? Depend. If things go into chaos, which means the Shia start attacking everybody, which is possible because they are stupid. So if the army start attacking them, I will not be surprised if the Shia Hezbollah start shooting at the Muslim Sunni or Muslim Sunni towns around them using rockets and drones. They have a lot of weapons. Then the Sunni, they will be sponsored by the Syrian regime, which is on the border. And I will not be surprised if tens of thousands of fighters from Syria join the Muslim Sunni in Lebanon. I can say that Hezbollah is not in their happy days. The time when they are glorious is over. Does CP agree that Islam, being officially recognized as political ideology, is first step needed with deal with they cannot hide behind fake religion? Are you asking me this question? That's weird. Look like this guy do not know who's a Christian Prince. Right? It's obvious. If you know me, you will not make this comment. So Hezbollah now is not in the honeymoon period. Hezbollah now is, and I will not be surprised, by the way, if Iran in this negotiation, if it's true, they will throw Hezbollah under the bus. And they throw it or not, Israel will make them shish kebab. The Lebanese, they hate them. The Christian, they hate them. The Sunni, they hate them. And Syria is not the land which open for them anymore. So no more weapon, no more money. And the Israeli are destroying their gas station, their banks, because they are banks, imagine. They're destroying every source of them. Not only that, the Israeli now, they are burning all the villages of Hezbollah, which means Shia cannot go back. They cannot. So not only they are taken over, there's no housing. It's a big disaster for Hezbollah and the Shia who support Hezbollah. So the honeymoon is over. The honeymoon of Iran is over because they were flourishing during Biden and Kamala Harris and the stupid the Shia President Obama. He's a Shia. There's no question about it. Trump, he made, actually, I have to say, he made a revolutionary change in USA. I don't agree with him with many things, but I have to say, Trump, he did great work, and I will count for you few of them. Panama, total control of Panama, which is a very sensitive location for USA. Total control of Venezuela, which is extremely important, and the enemies of USA, like Iran, have no fingerprint, no more, no footstep there. Totally under our control. Not only the oil, even the land. Cuba, very soon, things will switch. Trump, he will take it. You will see. And now, Iran have 4 flat tires. Whatever the Iranian claim that they are victorious, the Muslim, they will celebrate victory anyway. But we know that the engine is destroyed, their tires are gone, and their car is not even have paint. Their leaders are dead, and they are in a very, very bad shape. It's going to take them long, long time to rebuild what they lost. Whatever they claim. I mean, come on. Imagine if every day, if now they hit like what, 8,000 target, and what the target is. I mean, it's crazy. The country is gone. You know, it's going to take them forever to fix what they have, especially if the sanctions of oil stay. Uh, and not to mention, Ukrainians should be happy because this is the country who was killing your people, supplying Putin with the drones. Putin is very upset. He lost his friends one after one, the gang, the drug dealers. Maduro, they tried to control Panama with China, it's gone. Cuba very soon. Iran became a flat. So who is the friend of Putin now? Putin need to look for new friends, new evil friend, Dr. Evil. You know, Hezbollah, there will be shish kebab very soon. You know, we cannot depend on the Western uh, politician to identify Islam as a political movement. I trust Muslims more to do that more than Western countries, and I'll explain to you. USA, sorry, UAE, Emirat, and Saudi Arabia were the first one who identify Hezbollah and Muslim Brotherhood as terrorists. While until now, many European countries don't say that, and they will never say that, including USA. Until now, USA did not consider Muslim Brotherhood. They announced like only the one in Sudan. Why only in Sudan? What do you mean only in Sudan? So Western are potatoes. I don't depend on them. The only one who can fight those organizations good is the Muslims. Yeah, it's a fact. In fact, all the advertising and the propaganda is made to expose the Muslim Brotherhood is not funded by the Western. It's funded by Emirat or Saudi Arabia. All right? Emirat and Saudi Arabia. If you see a documentary exposing Muslim Brotherhood, it's true. The documentary is true. They are not lying, but it's funded by Emirat. So the Western, they don't have a problem to live with the devil as long as the devil don't bite them. But then one day the devil became so big and the devil will eat them, not only bite them. They are stupid. All right. So those countries are the one who is fighting the garbage of Hezbollah and the Muslim Brotherhood, while European countries are supporting them. If you go and see what the Muslim Brotherhood doing in France, man, they own companies, they own banks, they own print shop, they own coffee shops, they have all kind of names, but they will never call themselves Muslim Brotherhood. Same as many Islamic countries. I mean European countries, which is Islamic countries, so like England, controlled by them. Uh, the Western countries, as long as you have woke, the enemy of the West is not the Muslims. It's not. Even though, yes, the Muslims are the enemy, really, but the real enemy right now is the woke. You know what I mean? The woke who open the border, the woke who give them papers, the woke who give them authority, the woke who defend them, the woke you keep talking about Islamophobia, the woke who censor the one who speak against them. The woke is your enemy. The woke. Like the president of Germany, which is useless, he just announced that the biggest disaster is the war against Iran. But you ask him why? Why? Stupid. Woke, He's a woke. Um, yeah, well, obviously, he might be a Muslim convert, or he is getting paid heavily. Whatever it is, obviously, he's a foreign agent. I hope he will go to jail soon. All right, I hope so. The Arab world is a hypocrite. Okay, well, not only the Arab are hypocrite, Western are hypocrite too. In one hand, they say to you, we are against the Islamic terrorism. On the other hand, they say to you, Islam is peace. Hmm? The biggest hypocrites is your leaders. If the Muslims are hypocrite, this is their religion. If your leaders are hypocrite, this is their religion. You tell me. You know, Trump is hypocrite too. He made a video go in the White House 6 years ago saying Qatar support the number one country who support in high level terrorism. Did he say that? The video is there. 2 weeks after, they sign lease with his son-in-law to rent his building for $1 billion, renting the building for 99 years. Have you ever heard of somebody paying rent for the coming 99 years in advance? And why in New York there's no more buildings? And right away, Trump, he became a friend, and then he sold them even airplanes. Yeah, yeah. See, we say that the good about Trump and the bad about Trump. Trump is a businessman worship money. So sometimes make big poo poo. You know. Uh, what bamboo? He said. Why guys upset from bamboo? What bamboo? He said. He's a bamboo. Let him alone. Uh, yeah, those are the left. The left are. Sucker Carson is not conservative. I explained to you last time I was here that they control the left and the right. So you have people they consider them right, many stupid people like Sucker Carson and Cow Dance, etc. But in reality, they are left too. They are very lefty. They support Islamists, they support Muslim Brotherhood, they support Hamas, they support destroying our countries. So the Qatar invest in both, invest in the left side, invest in the right side, so they can control the country. And the result of that is destroying America. Make you relax and go to sleep. That Islam is not danger. Islam is good. And I am assuming that people who, the propaganda of Sucker Carson will win. Like how many people listening to me? 747 people right now. If the one is talking Sucker Carson, how many people will listen to him and believe him? You know what I'm saying? If Cow Dance, she make a video, how many people will watch the video by the end of the day? They have a great, massive amount of money in their side to push, advertise, promote their propaganda. I have zero budget to promote the truth. I don't have government behind me. I don't have institute. Just a group of nice, good-hearted people. They are trying to listen to the truth. So those wicked, they will win, and American will be doomed. All right, American will be doomed unless the course change. But I believe at the end of the day, that countries get punished by God. So American, Western, doesn't matter who. If you don't change your course and repent, God will punish you. All right? And what I see that the West is going to be punished. Islam will be the punishment. Yeah, Islam can be the punishment. Those wicked people, they are busy with their naked beach. They are busy all day with the flag of LGBTQ, and their countries is being taken away from them meter by meter, inch by inch. They will be punished. They lost their mind, they lost their sense, they are delusional. They are spending their money selling not selling, sorry, giving condoms, $50 million condoms to Hamas. Hamas will use condoms, and what is why want to send 50 million to buy condoms to Hamas? Mental. They are mental. They are not. They don't have a brain of a human being. They are brainwashed, programmed. 100-something million to South Africa, I don't know which country, to empower LGBTQ. What's our business? I pay tax to send it to South America to a guy. He's a gay. What's my business with his butt? So the enemy investing their money, sending their money to Hamas to build army, to develop weapon, to attack you, and you are sending money to the gay. Condoms for surgery, for change gender. You see the investment? You know the rest. All right? A clear sign of super intelligence. And those countries who have such leaders, if America continue with someone like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, America will not be exist in 20 years from now. And I will tell you why. Open borders. Don't make it like I'm making a racist claim, because I know the garbage. They will start saying that. Mexican getting inside the country by millions. Already, California, I think it already is like 49% Mexican. In 10 years from now, 60% will be Mexican. What if the Mexican decide to separate themselves and join Mexico? Well, California is gone. Same in Texas. What about Arizona? Same in Arizona. So you lose Arizona, you lose Texas, you lose California. America is gone. They are seeking self-destruction. You see, many empire before they are destroyed. This is nothing new. Why? Because they have a stupid leaders. All right? As simple as that. That's why I will not cry for anybody, because you get what you deserve. If you don't want that to happen to you, fight against it. Vote. Do something. You keep watching and crying and complaining, but you do nothing, you deserve it then. Well, California used to be owned by Mexico. Yeah, it used to be owned by Mexico. This is true. It used to be owned by Mexico. But America, all of it used to be owned by Indian too. Right? Uh, we are talking about how big countries, empire, they can be destroyed. Christianity become a political movement. What a joke. Well, that is a stupid statement, my friend Ripperman. I will tell you why. Because politics involve sex these days. Politics involve morality, destroying morality. Politics involve having sex with the children. Politics involve episteme. So the stupid one like you says that Christianity become political is the reason for those things to happen. Because you say, oh, we Christians should not be involved in politics. Well, in fact, we are not involved in politics. We are involved in moral defense. So stupid people is the one who say Christianity become political. What a joke. The wicked ones, they will love such a statement from Christians. So actually, this is why in USA and the Western, the woke became superior because the Christian, their churches, they told them, oh, you should not be involved in politics. It's evil. And then slowly they control the schools. Slowly your kid, he go as a boy, he come back as a girl. Slowly they change the book text. Slowly it became if you are a gay, you are better than someone is not. Slowly, I mean, because of a stupid people like you. So any Christian he says to you that Christians should not be involved in politics is a stupid and he is joining the devil. Because if you don't vote against evil, you are supporting evil. Is that true? If they make a law, you can have sex with 9 years old girl, and you did not vote against it. It's mean you allow children to be raped. Just because a stupid person says to you, oh, Christianity became political. What a joke. Let me tell you, the first politician who is a believer who stood against false politics. Anyone remember who? The most famous one. You know, they will quote for you a verse from the Bible says, obey the leaders, right? You have to obey the leaders. But they will not quote for you that John the Baptist, when a king, a ruler, he decided to do something against the Bible, what he did. No, what Martin Luther King, my friend? Come on. Martin Luther King, give me a break. John the Baptist. This guy is a king. He make it lawful. He can change the law. But there's a law of God. And there's a law of the king. John the Baptist, he was willing to pay his head and not to accept the law of the king. So the dummy ones who says to you a Christian should not be involved in politics, they are the enemies of Jesus. They want to implement every evil law except the law of God in the territory. All right? So you should follow the steps of Jesus and John the Baptist. When something will be bad, you go vote against it. We don't want you to be violent. Don't do something bad. Vote. Change the course of the country. If we vote for Kamala Harris, right now we will be celebrating, we will be sending money to Iran under the excuse supporting homosexuality. Are you going to be surprised? Hmm? Anyway, I said I'm going to go for a 20-minute, and it's way more than 20 minutes. So I want to say thank you guys for being here. May the Lord bless you. And whatever the war this war came with, I believe it's very positive, even if Trump he decided to stop the war right now, because we brought Iran way back in time. An evil regime should not be allowed actually to reach this point. But what you can say, all the presidents before they were a bunch of cowards. And the Iranian position now in the Middle East changed because all the countries around them who thought one day they can be having a relationship with them, they knew that Iran is an enemy. So this is the other win, that the Arab around Iran, now they found out that there is only two countries can protect them from Iran: USA and Israel. And that will have a huge impact in tomorrow. There's a big division between the Shia and the Sunni. It's increasing day by day. And now this war proven that Chinese weapon cannot help. Russian is not your friends. See, Emirat have a friendship with Russia. He could not stop Iran from attacking them. They have a good friendship with China. They could not stop Iran from attacking them. The only one protecting their sky right now is the Israeli and the American. So now those Arab countries, they understand very well that there's only one they can trust when it comes to protection, is American weapon and army, Israeli weapon and army, and the rest not to count. And that will change a lot of things. Not to mention that the Korean, they have a really great system. So now the Korean getting great benefit from their system, which is sold or used in those countries. So great accomplishment. Whatever Trump he decide, even if he stop the war, if he decide, I believe it still was a great act of teaching the wicked by spanking him so hard. The leaders of Iran not only dead, they have bruises, and their bruises is like a tattoo. It's a tattoo of shame. They claim that they are superior. The war proved that they are not. They claim that they are monsters. The war proved that they are potatoes, and they've been smoked and cooked, and they are buried literally under the ground. So we wish for better and for more success for Israel and USA, and those who shout death to America and death to the Christians and death to the Jews, they are facing their destiny. Thank you very much for being here. May the Lord bless you, and I will see you soon again. Don't forget to leave your comment, and don't forget to give us dislike, because I know nobody give us like as usual. So at least give us dislike. Thank you. God bless you. God is good. So is Jesus. And we are the crusade.